I have nothing to say besides there's been so much craziness going on in the Michael Jackson fan community right now. Not surprised. The Munich 1997 July 6th vocals that were live were leaked. In this video, we're really going to investigate on just why this is out, how this is out, what people like about it, what people don't like about it, and I'll be giving you my opinions as well. So the first thing I want to say is I want this comment section to be very, very civil and professional. I don't want to see any buzzwords like hater or fake fan or none of that, because this is all opinions and we're here to just discuss something. I will be saying things that some people just really wouldn't want to hear, but just please watch the rest of this video to get a better understanding of where I'm coming from with all of this. So I'm going to highlight some tweets and comments about the topic, and you guys just tell me in the comments, what do you think? And we'll be kind of going through some trivia and some cool stuff like that as well. Munich 1997 is definitely the most well-known Michael Jackson concert because of its quality and the laryngitis that he had in that specific show. Keep in mind, he did not have laryngitis for the entire tour. And in this show, he did have laryngitis. So the whole thing about playback being used in the history tour is that the audience was only able to hear this playback, and that the people from the sound crew and people backstage could hear Michael singing live. There are instances as to where you can hear live vocals when the playback is not on. Here's an example from Beat It live in Bucharest, 1996. Let's kind of get started with some of these tweets. This is coming from the MJ cast. Shout out to them, by the way. You'll notice we're not commenting on the live History World Tour vocals that are leaking. We're sharing them. I'll say this. To the fans leaking these vocals, ask yourself, do you think Michael would want them out? He was clearly very ill and not in peak performance mode here. Now, for those who don't know where these vocals came from, this all started from a documentary by Azora Music, which is no longer up on YouTube, and some live vocals from History Tour were on there, leading and raising many questions. And when rare things come out like this, fans leak it because it's something new. And it's because the estate, as like a lot of fans will say, is because they don't give new things, according to a lot of fans who want new music and new releases. But I kind of find it odd, as even if it's something new, there's still something to complain about. Because like new music, for example, if we were to get actual new music from Michael, there will be people saying, oh, this is disrespectful to Michael Jackson. Please don't. I mean, the estate releasing it may not be satisfying to a few people because, people want to see Michael in a good light and not hear a song that is unfinished. But some people like that. And some people do like these new vocals we're hearing from Munich. And I think it's just the point where, people are saying, oh, Michael wouldn't like the Munich vocals. But then would Michael like the fact that some fans have been promoting songs that really shouldn't have ever been out? And for example, Throwing Your Life Away, which was a song that fans were promoting like crazy when it was leaked. And whatever's leaked, people are going to promote it, And there's going to be things, like rare videos and stuff that people will go crazy for. But some things, like unreleased songs that are just not finished, and I don't think MJ would have approved of them, it kind of feels off to promote something like that because it wasn't approved by the estate nor Michael Jackson. And for the Munich 97 vocals, the only reason I am not going to promote it is because it just shows Michael in a not his best light when it came to his performance. I mean, his dancing was fine, but vocally it just wasn't it. But I do appreciate the people who are talking about this and trying to experiment in a way, because it's something that is so shocking that many people would have never expected. So you can pause to read these two comments I received from my community tab. And they both pretty much say that, that fans are overreacting and that the vocals will not hurt his career. and that it's something new, and I'm kind of happy that it's something we've never heard before. Now, promoting these vocals, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to damage his legacy. Now, for people to say that, it's kind of wrong because there have been many things that that people thought that were going to damage his legacy, like that chicka chicka that happened in 2019. But fans were joining the community, and there was so many positive love for MJ that year, leading into so many positive things happening, and MJ just got stronger and stronger and stronger, and is continuously getting stronger every year, from people streaming his music to all of that amazing stuff. Let's kind of get back into the whole playback live thing, shall we? This is another example that I found, and proof that I don't think this just happened during History Tour when he was singing live over playback, or that when there was playback errors, he would sing live, because he would sing live, and then once the playback comes in, he's he's still singing live, yet that the playback is coming in, and the audience can no longer hear the live vocals because the playback just came on. Here's an example from Jam, live in Oslo, 1992. You see how it went from live to playback. Now here's an example of They Don't Care About Us, but it's live and playback at the same time. This is from Lion, 1997.
Avant de parler musique, on a envie de parler chiffres. 240 tonnes de matériel.
So, many people can also say that the pro footage for Munich was edited when it came to hearing a full lip sync. But a more realistic reason could be, for example, this comment right here about one channel is an EQ for audience while another EQ is used for the band. That was in the sound engineering that was required backstage. And he can assume that the audio we're using is a mix of between soundboard and monitors. And if you ever wonder why every bandmate might have a microphone, it is not because they're singing with him, but it's because they are communicating with each other. So that there were different channels in the backstage where you could hear playback and then the live vocals, which the audience did not hear, by the way. Now back to the whole people promoting it. This tweet says, "LOL, fans posting these leaked vocal feeds to TikTok. Some of y'all are idiots. Are people that desperate for any and everything Michael that they don't care about quality? Only a matter of time until the inevitable happens, thanks to people who are supposed to be fans." I don't think the media will even see this, because it's like people who only know about this are MJ fans, and I think that the only time you're going to see the media even talk about MJ is something even more controversial than a concert. But, I'm going to also bring up, for the people who are saying that these vocals are going to ruin his legacy, how come nobody was saying that when we first saw Munich back when it was out? And nobody was saying that when they heard the vocals for Wanna Be Starting Something and Jackson 5 Medley, which are both in the pro shot. And plus, his legacy is already getting better and better. I mean, hey, like, if you don't think about the social media all the time and what other people think, look at how well MJ the Musical is doing right now. Look how well MJ1 is doing right now. I mean, it's always been doing well, but the show is so big, and it's still playing today. But I don't think it's like these promoting are going to ruin his legacy. I don't think that they should be out because it's Michael in a bad light, like performance-wise. This caption on Instagram said, "Honestly, the fact that he tried to sing despite his sore throat is only admirable and adds to his professionalism. I didn't know he was singing under the music, and I guess this only is related to his healing process. This actually makes me appreciate History Tour even more, and he sang over the playback even when his voice wasn't well. He tried his best to make the performance look great. He just didn't move his mouth like many other artists." one thing I do want to mention again is just admit that there are times when Michael just, he's obviously going to be the greatest, one of the greatest of all time. And a person that impacted so many people through his moves and dancing and singing and philanthropy. But please admit that Michael was human, not a god, and that he was not perfect, even in his performances. And that's just something that even with these unreleased songs, I don't think Michael would have wanted them out. I don't know how he would have felt about Escape. I love the album, but I don't know how he would have felt about it. So with the whole Munich promoting it, I just don't want to do it, and I refuse to, because it's just, I don't want new fans to hear that, and I would rather want them to hear Michael in a good light, in performing. Basically, it's him with the high energy, the dancing, all that amazing stuff. That is what I want fans to see. Another thing I'm getting sick and tired of seeing is the constant death threats from people who have been putting the video up only because it's not to harm Michael Jackson, only because it's something new, which is what a lot of people do. But honestly, in my opinion, I don't think the video should be up, because it's just, like I said, it's him in not so very good light in his performance, because of the vocals and because of his health at the time. But if you want to put it up as if, out of love for MJ, then fine. I mean, I'm not going to attack you, because I'm not that type of person to do that. But what I don't condone is death threats. And for the people who are putting up death threats there's just one page called MJJ Unreleased, who told me he's gotten about 20 death threats for posting that video of the live vocals from Munich, which is completely unacceptable in a community like this. Where is the LOVE at, my friend? It's just crazy. It's just, with this whole thing, it's making this community very divided, and it's always been pretty divided when it comes to things like this, the biopic, the Michael album, all this crazy stuff. And I feel like when I talk about things, I want and would expect things to be run civilly. And I want that to be done in this comment section. I don't want to see anything harmful, and I just want things to be out of love here. My final opinion is that this whole thing is just crazy, as always. I don't think the vocals should be spread, but that's just me, because I don't want to see. It's just Michael's, it's not Michael in his peak. That's what I'm saying here. But if you do think that is Michael in his peak still, if you think those vocals sound good, I mean, I'm not gonna attack you for that, but I highly disagree with that, in my opinion. There are both sides to this situation, and I think that it's not really that major. And I think that people are really making a huge deal as if it's a real life event. This is not war, and I feel like people need to calm down. This is just a concert. It's vocals that got leaked that really shouldn't have, but it's nothing as major as, the world collapsing. Do I think they should have been out? No. But is it interesting to talk about? 100%. I love experimenting it, because this is something I would have never thought would happen. Out of all my years of being a Michael Jackson fan, I thought History Tour, that specific show, was lip synced, and this could have been used like the same method for all the other shows, like I stated. But I can only confirm that was used in Munich, but I don't know. There's so many things that we don't even know about Michael Jackson and his collaborators. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please put a like, comment, and share with all the soldiers of love and moonwalkers all around the world. And I'll see you all in the next video. Keep tuning in. You just left the Moonwalking Kingdom. There's going to be a lot of hate comments on this one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.